Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood. We are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Finding room at midfield. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but it's going to be...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now stands at 13. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Past the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Panther 11, 18, Pioneers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Steelers are back within a score. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From the gun, it's Brady. They'll find Fournette again here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. To throw is Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got it. And in for the Buccaneers his touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Godzspd now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Suckup's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Godzspd now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared.
And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Succop for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score the Buccaneers 30, Steelers 14. Ryan Succop to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Steelers 14. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, break. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run it again with Fournette, down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down at 7. Brady gives this to White. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On 2nd and goal, Brady on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Fournette will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Steelers 21.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession up.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And some room to maneuver. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready up!
Here's a toss right side with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, a run from White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll drop to throw. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This one finds Austin out right. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Harris fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll try the right side here with White. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
The Steelers feel if anyone is on the verge of a breakout season, it's Alex Highsmith. He showed plenty of flashes, which included 6 sacks last season. Now he just needs to put it all together.
Going right side is White. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Suckup now for the Tampa Bay field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. That's trying to come back for Suckup. It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Calvin Austin, 61 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the Buccaneer first down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Tampa Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.